How you doing there, Nits? Welcome to Week 2's edition of the Park's Finest Fantasy Football League. This week featured a lot of injuries, and the Niners are currently 2-0. 2-0 with 2 road games, mind you. But we're going to go ahead and move forward. This week currently started off with what I call the Toilet Bowl. The Toilet Bowl is very specific because one person didn't set his lineup. Anyway, Kiko freaking Torres went one-on-one with I'm With Her 2020. Kiko freaking Torres ended up losing 93.06 to 165.20. We had a 72-point differential in this one, and normally for most teams, that's you're like, hey man, I did it. What's up? I'm tough. How you doing? Freaking beat you by 172. Except this guy had Hunter Henry in his lineup. With 0 points. Yeah, he was out Monday, Nits. Get your shit together, Sterling Shepard, I think he was out Saturday, and you still had him in. You clearly didn't set your lineup. This is a $50 league, folks. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest with you. Anyway, Kiko was absolutely sick. Let me tell you. You should have seen these messages I got, folks. He was not happy with what was going on. Drew Brees broke his thumb or tore his ligament or some crap. I remember Brett Favre playing with a broken thumb when I was a kid. That's all I'm saying, folks. Drew Brees needs to get his shit together. Anyway, he ended up getting Kiko negative .058. So when that happens from your quarterback, there's really not much you can do. Other than that, he just kind of got nominal numbers from the rest of his team, and that'll pretty much do it. Whereas Brandon had Lamar frickin' Superman Jackson and pretty much took off. So your player of the game or highest scorer was Lamar with 48.28, and we're gonna move on. Brandon's now 1-1, and I believe Kiko is 1-1. So both teams ended up working out. Brandon, set your damn lineup. Anyway, moving on, we got She Unit versus the Nexus. This is a very, very sentimental one for me, if you will, because it's the father-daughter bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Nexus versus She Unit. And normally, in most cases, you can get caught in the vortex. Unfortunately for the Nexus, he got caught in his own vortex with a score of 216.78 to 119.56. Absolutely slaughtered, folks. This just in, the New England defense had 59.08. The defense for She Unit absolutely went off. Normally, when you're a father, you raise your children and you don't expect they're going to grow up and absolutely slaughter you in certain instances. But let's just say it happened, folks. What do I got down here? Nexus got caught in his own vortex. I already said that. Had to say it again. He got let down hard by O.J. Howard and Alshon Jeffrey with 0 points from both of them in his starting lineup. Ouch, folks. Ouch. She Unit has scored an impressive 200 points in both weeks, so week 1 and week 2. She scored over 200. She's been the second highest scorer in both of those weeks, but that's damn impressive, folks. And let's just say she's proven girls can do stuff too. Anyway, player of that game was Big Russ with 38.4. And of course, she put the defense again on there because, damn it, it's impressive. Anyway, moving on, we had what I call the Battle of the Titans. We had the Super Freaks versus Aaron's A-Team. And of course, the first thing I said about this game last week is the first thing the first thing I said about Aaron's awesome team last week is the first thing I'm going to say this week, which is change your damn name, Aaron. I can't fill in for you anymore with Aaron's A-Team. Pissing me off. Anyway, the Super Freaks ended up destroying, I'm just kidding, not destroying. Aaron's A-Team made a hell of a run there in the second quarter of the Raider game. Anyway, the Super Freaks ended up beating Aaron's A-Team 220.86 to 180.16. This game is closer than the score showed. We had a plus 40 differential. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes on the losing team was your player of the game. He had 57.92. Guy just went off. Super Freaks had Keenan Allen with 19. Shouldn't even have said him, excuse me. Julio Jones with 35. Elliott with 30. And Eckler 27. And Tom Brady with 33. So you're getting those kind of numbers from the app from what? That's five different starters. you're gonna win your game. So Aaron's A team, I wouldn't feel bad, even though you're 0-2. I think the night is always darkest just before the dawn. You're gonna figure this one out. Anyway, moving on, we got the Fish versus the Lion. We have Bass Kicker versus Carry On My Wayward Son. And Bass Kicker ended up soaring and ending Carry On My Wayward Son 184.82 to 160.24. Well, folks, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, in this one, it's kind of just a story of when you pick players from your favorite team, it doesn't usually work out. When you pick the kicker of your favorite team, like Danny Boy did for his Lions, you're going to have -2 from that guy. I mean, come on, Danny, what are you doing? He has the rookie tight end for Detroit, TJ Hawkinson. He played well last week, got him 1. It's those little details that are going to end up costing you, Danny. You got to get your shit together, man. I warned you about Baker. He ended up getting you 27, but still. Anyway, Danny got let down hard because he did have good performances by Dalvin Cook, who had 44. And I believe Dalvin Cook was the player of the game, once again on the losing team. Bass Kicker had phenomenal pickup, by the way. Dak Prescott with 44.06. He's tearing up. He needs to keep him in his lineup. Running back's getting a little shaky, but he has Matt Breida, and I think he's going to be fine. Keep it up, Bass Kicker. You're doing a great job. Anyway, we're moving on to our last game, which is Game of the Week. This game was a hell of a lot closer than the score will show, even though it had the same point differential as the last game with a 24-point differential. The Gift of Brad ended up beating Whopper Plopper .42, 184.64 to 166.60. Drink it in, man. What can I say? Brad is at it again. He's 3-0. Whopper .42 got let down hard on Monday Night Football. Let me tell you, it was Odell Beckham versus Nick Chubb. This game came down to the wire, and for whatever reason, the Browns were still throwing in the fourth quarter, and it didn't work out for Whopper. Whopper has now since changed his name to Dumpster Fire .42. I don't know what's going on in that camp, but he needs to relax. Everything's going to be fine. Much like with Aaron's A team, the night is always darkest just before the dawn. Hey, it's going to be fine. ODB on Monday Night Football ended up having your highest score with 38.90. An 86, I think it was an 89-yard touchdown will do that for you. Anyway, we're on to week 3, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed doing this. 2 things is the Niners are 2-0, as I said. I love it. Don't forget to set your lineup, and don't forget to be awesome. I'm out.